ladies and gentlemen, on this Friday's edition of the News Hour, I'm back with a stunner of a news break. Yes, investigations keep going on behind the scenes. The Maharashtra government, which is already at the receiving end of many uncomfortable questions, whether it is the investigation into the SSR so-called suicide case, which doesn't look like suicide to anybody who's looking at it in an unbiased manner. Also, the question of drugs and the parties that were happening in Bollywood, which completely escaped the attention of the Mumbai police. And of course, the bulldozer Maharashtra government, which demolishes buildings of anybody who raises their voice against them, as we saw Ukhad Diya in the Kangana Ranaut case. Tonight the question is, did the Thakres, yes, both Uddhav, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, and his son, a minister in his cabinet, Aditya Thakre, did both the Thakres lie in their election affidavit filed ahead of the 2019 elections in the assembly? That's the question we are going to unravel here. Is Supriya Sule guilty of trying to mislead people of Maharashtra? Times Now's investigation probe undertaken at this point in time by the Income Tax Department. And that is the big breaking news we are getting to you. There was an RTI activist who had complained about these affidavits, and there is, even as we speak, an investigation that is being carried out by the Income Tax Department, because the complaint was sent to the Income Tax Department by the Election Commission nearly 2 months ago. In fact, this activist has cited contradictions in Uddhav's data, in his son's filing, and all the data that Aditya Thakre supplies in his affidavit doesn't match with the data that has been supplied by Uddhav Thakre. That is what this story is all about. All documents in public domain. What Uddhav says doesn't appear in Aditya's election affidavit, and this is the basis of the complaint that has been sent out to the Income Tax Department by the Election Commission, which says, we don't have the machinery, why don't you investigate? And this also says, activist has claimed that Uddhav mentions joint accounts in his son Aditya's name, but Aditya doesn't declare it in his affidavit. Also, what we are told is shares in the Hindu United Family HUF account doesn't really reflect equally between Uddhav Thakre's affidavit and Aditya Thakre's. So this also, let's also look at the discrimination and the discrepancies that appear in these affidavits. This is number one. This is Uddhav Thakre's account, and in an HDFC bank account, he mentions that his wife Rashmi holds a joint account with Aditya, which is carrying this number of the savings account. But look at this detailed affidavit of Aditya Thakre. The bank account mentioned by the father in his affidavit doesn't appear in Aditya's account. This is the complaint of the RTI activist. Also, this is just one account of HDFC Bank that we are talking about. There is a second account in the Bank of Maharashtra, and in that bank also Aditya Uddhav Thakre is the joint holder, along with the wife of Uddhav Thakre and Rashmi Uddhav Thakre, and they have a joint account, is what Uddhav Thakre says in his affidavit. But there is no declaration of this account. There is an HDFC bank that is declared, but the number here is different. This is 88, that is 86. There is 3 crore in the HDFC account, which is not reflected here. And there is a Bank of Maharashtra, which does not appear anywhere here, where there is 9.5 lakhs. So 3 crores in one account, 9.5 lakhs in another account, which is shown in the father's affidavit, doesn't appear in the son's affidavit. Let's look at the other discrepancy that shows, and that is really the discrepancy where there are shares of companies, which is the inheritance account, and this is the HUF shares. In the HUF shares, Betala Global Securities Limited, here the investments are shown in 2002 for rupees 30,900. Here it is shown in 2001. So there is another discrepancy. Now look at the second company which shares have been transferred. Muse Kara and Sangrace Mafatlal Limited. Again, this is 2011's investment and this is 2006 investment. Again, these are mismatched. This is also something the RTI activist has pointed out. Let's look at the next discrepancy. GTL Limited. 2007 investment mentioned here and 2003 mentioned here. Again, another mismatch that appears here. And then Maruti Suzuki, 2003 mentioned here, and there is 2003, but this is July and that is June, and also the amounts are different. This is 62,500 rupees, this is 26.8 lakh rupees. Mismatch between father and son's affidavits where they are talking about money that was held together. Let's now look at not just the Thakres, but also Supriya Sule. Supriya Sule, Sharad Pawar's daughter, NCP, is also part of the Aghadi government, and look at this. This is the missing Singapore company. Here are the mentions, or no Singapore company mentioned here, but according to her own husband's details, these are the Avishkar International Limited, which is the company of the husband, which is not reflected here. And this, and joining me tonight is Madhav Das Gopalakrishnan. This is something that is a discrepancy even in Supriya Sule's accounts and affidavit.
Absolutely, Navika. Why should this not find mention? That itself should raise some serious questions, because remember, the CBDT now has been tasked very clearly by the Election Commission. It has made a reference to whatever complaints come into the Election Commission to look into these discrepancies, and this is something that politicians of all hues have been getting away with for a very long time. However, this time round, with the CBDT seized of this matter, it appears that such glaring discrepancies that exist even among such politicians who are known nationally is certainly going to raise some serious questions. And you know, it's not just the fact that dates are different. Why is that different? Because Navika, that could really mean that perhaps those investments have not been declared for several years, have not found place in affidavits. Why else would you have 2006 and 2011, two 5-year apart dates which are mentioned in two different affidavits?
Because these are transfers of shares, share prices would change in the gap of 5-6 years. Their values could be completely different, and that is the discrepancy that is being investigated even as we speak. In fact, we are getting breaking news, and I've just got information from our sources, and 2 reminders have gone out from the Election Commission to the Income Tax Department saying that this is an investigation because this is the People's Representation Act. And under this, if a complaint is made, there is the rule that if anybody is found lying or misrepresenting facts on their affidavits, then it could lead to disqualification. The disqualification decision has to be taken by the Election Commission, but whether there is a discrepancy or not has to be certified by the Income Tax Department. I'm being told, and this is breaking news which we can put out right now, the Income Tax Department is looking into this matter and it is likely to submit a report very soon. I'm being told it could happen in the next 2 weeks, that this report could be submitted to the Election Commission for further action. This is the big breaking news that is coming in, and Madhav, it's very clear the Election Commission can only receive complaints and forward them to an investigation agency. In this case, they have forwarded it to the CBDT, and the CBDT is investigating.
Absolutely.
What is the process from here on? Once the CBDT completes its investigation, and if it finds that these complaints are genuine and there are discrepancies, what happens from there on?
Well, Navika, the Election Commission, as we all know, at best can be described as a quasi-judicial body in certain respects as far as the Representation of People Act, and that includes dispute over symbols, splits that take place. It's not an investigating agency. So that wherewithal is only there with the CBDT to go in through various aspects and entries of these affidavits through a fine-tooth comb and find out if there is violation of the Income Tax Act or any such acts which would constitute any kind of criminality. And if it gives that kind of wrongdoing information to the Election Commission, they can then sit down, consider it in a full commission meeting, and then take the appropriate action on whether, even perhaps in some cases, to disqualify the individual. What action the Election Commission takes is entirely up to them, but of course they do have the power, if they know that something wrong has indeed happened, if it's not been part of the affidavit and it is indeed an
The
asset.
Office of Profit case
Yes.
was the last high-profile case that we saw disqualifications happening in, and with this big discrepancy that's coming up and showing up in election affidavits as per a complaint made by Mr. Neeraj Gunde, an RTI activist. This is in advanced stage of investigation, and from what we are being given to understand, a report is likely to be submitted by the Income Tax Department in the next few days. Well, that's the big story, and that's the big investigation we are putting out for our viewers tonight. Mahapol Khol. That's the big story, that's the hashtag and the legitimate question on the News Hour tonight. Did the Thakres and Supriya Sule mislead in their affidavit? That's the question and the debate on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Well, joining me this evening on this Mahapol Khol debate tonight is M.R. Venkatesh, political analyst, Dr. Sumant Siraman, Kishore Tiwari, Shiv Sena supporter, Ashutosh Mishra, senior journalist, Shehzad Poonawala, lawyer, and of course joining me from Mumbai is the BJP representative. But first, let me go across to Shehzad Poonawala. Shehzad Poonawala, this is an extremely serious complaint that has been lodged by an RTI activist, and now the CBDT is in advanced stage of investigations, and we are being told in 10 days this report could be submitted to the Election Commission. Well, on the face of it, if these documents are right, why were the Thakres lying about their wealth? Uddhav Thackeray responds to it, says joint accounts exist. Aditya Thackeray forgets to show it. ये तो वही बात हुई कि ड्रग्स चल रहे हैं लेकिन सुसाइड हो गया. मुंबई पुलिस को कुछ दिखा ही नहीं. Nothing was wrong. You know, do their details escape them all the time?
Navika, this is a discrepancy in the data which has caught out the Bap and Beta. And now we have to be very serious about this issue, that who was lying, whether the father or the son. Because one thing is very clear from these discrepancies, that one affidavit is true and one affidavit is false. Now let me tell you what the authorities say on false affidavits. Election Commission, as late as 2020, 2 months ago, has said that it undermines the right of the voters to know the full details and information about the candidates, and therefore it should be considered as a corrupt practice under the RPA, Representation of People's Act. The Supreme Court has held the same view in 2018 in a decision taken by it. Apart from that, the 244th report of the Law Commission has also said that it is a clear-cut violation of the corrupt practices as has been defined in the RPA Act, and the punishment for a corrupt practice under the RPA Act is disqualification. So today we don't want any sidetracking, any obfuscation, any filibustering, but I believe Mr. Kishore Tiwari is there from the Shiv Sena, and he's a very naughty smiling person, spokesperson of the Shiv Sena. He must tell us बाप सच बोल रहा था या बेटा, because whoever was lying has to lose his seat, because the punishment for this is disqualification and then criminal action on that person who has lied in his election affidavit. So किशोर तिवारी जी, अब हंसना नहीं है, मुस्कुराना नहीं है. आपकी कई सारी वीडियो वायरल हो चुकी है, पर आप मुझे बताइए कि कौन झूठ बोल रहा था, बाप या बेटा, who was lying on the data?
Mr. Kishore Tiwari, कौन? ये तो बड़ा क्लियर है कि बेटा दिखाता नहीं है वेल्थ, बाप दिखा रहे हैं। अब दोनों में से एक का तो झूठ है।
देखो नाविका, ये जो चीज है, आप एक बेबुनियादी बात बता रहे हैं। मैं एक लॉ बाइंडिंग सिटीजन हूँ और लॉ का स्टूडेंट भी हूँ। इलेक्शन पिटीशन ये दाखिल कर सकते हैं। हमारे उद्धव जी और उनके बेटे ने कोई भी चीज छुपाई नहीं है और शिवसेना को बदनाम करने का जो आपने कैंपेन रन किया है उसका ये पार्ट है। अभी मैं बताऊं, ना ही तो आईटी डिपार्टमेंट ना ही तो ईसी ने ऐसी कोई इंफॉर्मेशन मांगी है। अगर जो मुझे नॉटी बोल रहे हैं उनके पास है तो इलेक्शन पिटीशन में चले जाए, हम उनको देख लेंगे।
सर सामने दिखा रहे हैं, अब आपसे बड़ा नॉटी कोई हो नहीं सकता। सामने सबूत है फिर भी बोल रहे नहीं है।
अरे
सर इतने नॉटी मत बनो। और मैं मानता हूं कि मैं आपको उस तरीके से नॉटी नहीं बोल सकता जिससे कि आप मुस्कुरा जाओ, जिससे कि आप कहो कि आई लव यू। पर बताओ, ये सामने है, ये कागज सामने है आपके सर। एक के एफिडेविट में बताया गया है, दूसरे के एफिडेविट में गायब है। कौन झूठा, बाप या बेटा, ये बताओ।
अरे भाई,
उसकी सीट जाएगी, उद्धव जी की जाएगी या आदित्य जी की जाएगी, बताओ।
अपमान मत कीजिए। आपको इलेक्शन पिटीशन में जाना है तो जाइए।
अरे मुख्यमंत्री का अपमान क्या? कानून फॉलो नहीं करेंगे, हम एक्सपोज करेंगे तो मुख्यमंत्री का अपमान हो जाएगा। ये कौन सा अपमान हो गया उनका? मैंने क्या उनको बोला कुछ कि मैंने उनको बोला वो पेंगुइन है? मैंने उनको कोई ऐसे नाम बोले? मैंने उनको HK वाला शब्द बोला? मैंने उनको क्या बोला? मैंने बोला कि इलेक्शन एफिडेविट में झूठी बात आई है, उसमें भी अपमान हो गया। अच्छा, लोगों को तुम HK बोलोगे तब अपमान नहीं होता, लोगों को मेंटल बोलोगे अपमान नहीं होगा।
The TV channel cannot decide. You are supermaking.
तो डिसाइड कर रही है ना आप।
किशोर तिवारी जी, हम नहीं डिसाइड करेंगे। हम तो सिर्फ ये कह रहे हैं इन्वेस्टिगेशन हो रही है और इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रहा है और इलेक्शन कमीशन डिसाइड करेगा। आप तो गोली हम पर मार रहे हैं, हमें क्यों गोली मार रहे हैं सर?
ये आरटीआई एक्टिविस्ट ब्लैकमेलर होते हैं। ये ब्लैकमेलर लोगों के से आप डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं।
आरटीआई एक्टिविस्ट ब्लैकमेलर, वाह 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 वाह।
RTI activist blackmailer. We are trying to connect with Neeraj Gunde, who is the RTI activist in this case, and we will try and get him to answer that question. I want to ask Suman Siraman. Suman Siraman, for the last 2 months, the Income Tax Department is investigating this entire case, and now Mr. Kishore Tiwari's only defense is that RTI activists are blackmailers. Is that the only defense he has?
Navika, few facts of the case. 1 minute, sir. 1 minute.
You are giving qualified information.
अरे बाबा, मेरा घर मत डिमोलिश कर दीजिएगा प्लीज। मैंने कोई ऐसी चीज नहीं बोली जिससे मेरा घर डिमोलिश करने के लिए आप सेना भेज दें।
उल्लंघन नहीं कर सकते। आपने बेबुनियादी चीज की होगी।
सर मैं तो कह रही हूँ अलेजिडली ये कहा गया है बाय द आरटीआई एक्टिविस्ट मिस्टर नीरज गुंडे, एंड आई एम टेलिंग यू द इन्वेस्टिगेशन इज ऑन. What out of what I have said is not part of the constitution. I don't know, but Mr. Kishore Tiwari जी जरा एक ग्लास ठंडा पानी पी लीजिए.
नेवी वाले को धमकी देंगे, पीटेंगे व्हाट्सएप के लिए.
आप मुझे धमकी दे रहे हैं? आप मुझे धमकी दे रहे हैं?
नेवी वाले को पीटेंगे.
आप मुझे धमकी दे रहे हैं?
कंगना रनौत को धमकी देकर घर तोड़ेंगे, गाली देंगे. धमकी किसको दे रहे हैं?
हम धमकी नहीं देते.
नहीं, धमकी मत दीजिए. आज आपका झूठ पकड़ा गया है. आरटीआई एक्टिविस्ट को ब्लैकमेलर बोलेंगे, कंगना रनौत को गाली देंगे, नेवी के आदमी को सरेआम पीटेंगे. आपने महाराष्ट्र में डेमोक्रेसी बचाई है या महाराष्ट्र में डेमोक्रेसी खत्म हो चुकी है? इमरजेंसी वाला दादी का डीएनए आ चुका है आप में. दादी का इमरजेंसी वाला डीएनए आ चुका है क्या?
बाबा तुमको नहीं मालूम है.
मतलब कोई बात रखेगा, पत्रकारों को जेल में डालेंगे, धमकी देंगे, फिर कंगना रनौत को गाली देंगे, डेमोलिशन कराएंगे, नेवी वाले को मारेंगे. क्या लगा है? और वो मंडली कहाँ है? फैसिज्म वाली मंडली कहाँ पे है? अब चुप हो गई मंडली. अब नाविका को खुलेआम धमकी दी जा रही है कि आरटीआई एक्टिविस्ट ब्लैकमेलर है, आप मैलिफाइड है, आप कैसे दिखा रहे हैं? और यहाँ पर ये मंडली कहाँ है? वो रोजेज आर रेड मंडली.
आप इंफॉर्मेशन पे हमारे
किशोर तिवारी धमकी मत दीजिएगा टीवी पर.
अच्छा किशोर तिवारी जी
ये
ठंडे हो
शिवसेना का
जाइए,
गुंडागर्दी
एक गिलास
आपको
ठंडा
नहीं
पानी
पता।
पीजिए और मेरे को डॉक्टर सुमन सी रामन से बात करने दीजिए। एक मिनट तसल्ली बनाए रखें, कृपया तसल्ली से बैठे एंड आई विल हैव टू लोअर योर फेडर अदरवाइज। बट डॉक्टर सुमन सी रामन इज द ओनली डिफेंस ऑफ मिस्टर किशोर तिवारी that this is a blackmail by the RTI activists. Well, I don't know what the decision of the investigation is going to be. I'm not prejudging anything. All I'm saying is the CBDT is investigating this entire affidavit complaint, and it has been investigating for the last 2 months, and this report is likely to be submitted in the next few days. I want to ask you, if these discrepancies turn out to be true, Dr. Suman C. Raman, this is a serious charge.
To be true, then I think there would be a great precedent which is set for which action can be taken against a lot of people, Navika. And the last count, there are literally dozens and dozens of MPs whose election affidavits have been questioned. So if we are talking of members of parliament, or members of legislature who have given affidavits with discrepancy, I think there's no limit to it. There are hundreds of such affidavits which have been apparently been challenged. Now, I want to draw your attention to the fact that this is not a scoop. This is an old story. 18th of May, it was published in the Midday that a RTI activist called Abhishek Haridas from Pune was the one who actually filed this, filed an RTI and got this information, and he wrote to the ECI.
Sir, how is this relevant, sir? What information? Navika has told you that the investigation is on in this case. That is the story, not the RTI.
Dr. Suman C. Raman, Dr. Suman C. Raman normally likes to always say the only charge he has against me is that I put out old stories. Did I ever say that this was my RTI complaint? Did I ever say that this is a new? I'm saying for the last 2 months there is an investigation that's going on. How is that going to make this a new complaint anyways, Dr. Suman C. Raman? It's evident from the sentence that I've spoken. But just hold your thoughts. Hold your thoughts. Neeraj Gunde, the RTI activist who had put this complaint, apart from the other name that you are mentioning, he's joining me on the phone line. Neeraj Gunde, good evening. This is the complaint that you had filed with the Election Commission. Today we've got information from the Central Board of Direct Taxes that they are in an advanced stage of investigations and they are likely to submit their report very soon. On this panel, people have said that RTI activists put such complaints only because they are blackmailers. This has been stated by a supporter of the Shiv Sena, Mr. Kishore Tiwari. How would you want to respond to Mr. Kishore Tiwari?
The first thing is that I have made a complaint against Mrs. Supriya Sure. That complaint for the first complaint which I had lodged was in May 2020. Subsequently, I had also sent reminders. And the Singapore companies which were not mentioned in her affidavit, I have enclosed the relevant documents in my complaint, and I had requested the Election Commission to verify it through their own machinery. After this complaint, my complaint was forwarded by the Election Commission to CBDT to verify the documents and submit a proper report. That was the reply which I received almost, if I'm not mistaken, couple of weeks back or months back. And the final report, the CBDT will send it to Election Commission of India.
But Mr. Gunde, are you a blackmailer? As Mr. Kishore Tiwari says, the only reason why you've put in a complaint is because you're a blackmailer. I'm not saying this. This is a gentleman on the panel, Mr. Kishore Tiwari, who's a Shiv Sena supporter, who has called you this. And I need to give you full opportunity to respond to him and to rebut him if you want to.
people in the political circles know me very well. And I would not like to comment on all these useless remarks.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Neeraj Gunde. Thank you for joining me on the News Hour tonight. M.R. Venkatesh, purani story hai. Today, I get information from my sources in the income tax department, and it becomes an old story. When I've been saying for 2 months this investigation has been going on, Dr. Sumant C. Raman, who's so fond of me that every time he wants to call my story an old story, every time. कॉम्प्लीमेंट तो शायद इन्होंने कभी दिया ही नहीं आज तक, लेकिन हर बार कहते हैं पुरानी स्टोरी है। अब इनको समझा दीजिए कि जब मैं सेंटेंस में स्टोरी में कह रही हूँ कि 2 महीने से इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट इन्वेस्टिगेट कर रही है, तो ये नहीं कैसे हो सकती है? प्लीज एक्सप्लेन टू हिम। बाकी जो बैंक के डिटेल्स है, जो HUF के शेयर्स है, you know that I don't know, I don't understand. The doctor understands all that much better, but as a chartered accountant and a lawyer, why don't you explain to him?
He's a doctor of spin.
Okay, one minute. Navika ji, in Chennai, there is a saying that whenever Sumant takes a position, when Sumant takes a position, it must invariably be wrong. So don't worry about it. We all know what is his position. Reflexively, we know.
Look who's talking.
Okay, I may be talking, but you don't be naughty. Okay, listen. Now, coming to the issue, from what I could understand from your story, which I've been following very keenly, there are 2 types of issues that you are presenting. One is probably a venial breach, and one is a substantive one. There are certain things which apparently looks to be venial, which can be probably glossed over, and probably that can be explained as typos that doesn't go to the root of the matter. But there are certain things like 3 crore amount missing. And please understand, the story is not only of 3 crores being disclosed. Here are people who are not employed and are missing 3 crores in their affidavit. So you put it simply in a colloquial language, this is chiller for them, that they have lost track of this 3 crore account to be added in their affidavit. Now 3 crores, if I have to translate it to Sumanji, this is something like 150 years of annual income of an average Indian. That is what 3 crores means. And that is small. No, this is a change. This is a change for Uddhav's and Aditya's of this world.
The former Maharashtra Chief Minister, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, is to face trial for leaving out criminal.
I am not holding a brief. I'm not holding a brief for Mr.
No, are you trying to say, 1 minute, Dr. Sumant C. Raman, are you trying to say that there is a complaint against Mr. Fadnavis? So therefore, if Mr. Uddhav Thackeray and Aditya Thackeray don't give right affidavits, it's fine. Because pehle bhi ho chuka hai. You know, is that the explanation?
So this is the problem. You create equivalence.
This is the most ridiculous.
You create an equivalence.
Ridiculous argument.
I'm pointing out cases.
No, you don't point. Sir, this is not a way to point out. This is actually debate on a particular issue. Let us debate on a particular issue, Suman. We are not here to give certificates.
I am sorry, the issue is very clear. False election affidavit leading to disqualification.
Sir, you are a very, very educated person. You can, if you think
there is
Uddhav is in the right,
that I can lie about certain things, but I cannot lie about other things. I'm sorry.
Do a prosecution of Fadnavis. I have no brief for Mr. Fadnavis. Please let me tell you. If he is
what about the union minister, who had different degrees in different election affidavits?
Prove it. Go to the election commission, get a disqualification, Dr. Sumant C. Raman. There is a simple way of doing it. And therefore, I want to ask Ashutosh Mishra. Ashutosh Mishra, 1 minute, gentlemen. Ashutosh Mishra, I want to ask you. 2 explanations now are on the table. One is that RTI activists are blackmailers, which is why I think the UPA government created the Right to Information Act so that it could give a whole new class employment by making them blackmailers. So that is one explanation. And the second explanation that is being stated by Dr. Sumant C. Raman is one, that this is old. Because 2 months investigation has been going on, so complaint is old and therefore my story is old. But the other explanation by him is Fadnavis also has a case of misrepresentation on affidavit, so therefore it's all right if Uddhav and Aditya and Supriya Sule do it. I want you to respond to this. Dr. Sumansi Raman, this is not an election rally where you can speak for 30 minutes. There are other panelists. Allow them to come in. Ashutosh Mishra.
Navika, the explanation is much simpler, which the naughty supporters of that naughty BJP party will never talk about. The thing is that this is a concerted campaign to malign the Thackeray. Here the first name is of the wife of Uddhav Thackeray. Now anyone who files his tax return will know that the TDS is deducted in the name of the first account holder, which in this case would be Mrs. Thackeray. What CBDT would be looking into is whether Mrs. Thackeray has been paying those taxes or not. The second account holder is in no way accountable for the money that is in there. All of us who file tax returns know that. And maybe these naughty BJP supporters don't file their tax returns, or are they are in purposely trying to be naughty and malign the Thackerays, which has been happening for quite some time now. But the explanation is simple, and that is what the CBDT is going to look into, whether the first name in the bank account holder has been paying the TDS or not. As simple as that. The rest is simple politics, which BJP has been desperately trying to...
Karan Bhasin, I'm coming to you, Shehzad, but Karan Bhasin, ये वाला explanation तो मेरे भी समझ में नहीं आया कि if you're a second account holder in some first account holder and if the tax return is given by somebody, then in your affidavit it does not have to show. अरे बाबा, chartered accountants will resign from their jobs if this is the explanation that is given. Karan Bhasin.
Good evening everyone. I was very patient with all the panelists and I expect them to extend the same courtesy to me. You know, I'm finding it very amusing that those who used to call out Shiv Sena for being corrupt, for being, communal, etc. Today, the same people are defending an act of corruption in this particular case and an act of misrepresentation. I'm not worried about whether they will be disqualified or not. But what is an important issue over here is that what was the need to misrepresent this? Was there a criminal intent behind misrepresenting and hiding this? Why does Uddhav Thackeray have shares and why are the dates different in this particular case? Why was the shares transferred in the first case? What was the need that Uddhav had to mention it in his affidavit, but Aditya conveniently decided not to mention it? These are the questions
आप लोग क्या इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न नहीं फाइल करते? आप लोग क्या अपने बैंक अकाउंट में इंटरेस्ट नहीं शो करते? दो लोगों के खिलाफ जो है इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट should take action against all of you for not filing the interest they are earning in their bank account.
1 minute, आशुतोष जी, आपको बहुत गुस्सा आ रहा है, बड़ी-बड़ी आंखें करके डांटिए मत, हम डर जाएंगे. सुनने दीजिए करण भसीन को. आपने बोला वो उनकी बात सुन ले, मैं आप पर वापस आती हूँ. Yes, Mr. Karan Bhasin.
My limited point is that this entire thing, that this is a political witch hunt. Every time a government does any investigation, we hear this a lot. And to say that this is happening because Thackeray, we are trying to malign the brand of Thackeray. Was the brand Thackeray was
politics करने लगे. We are talking about law. What is the law? Law is that the tax is to be paid by the first account holder. TDS certificate is issued in the name of the first account holder.
All right, Mr. Ashutosh Mishra. If what is the explanation given by you? If the CBDT chairman is hearing it, maybe he will agree with you and maybe he will give a clean sheet. But the fact is that the investigation is on. That's the point I'm making, that the investigation is on and the report is coming soon. And Shehzad Poonawalla, the allegation against us is that we are maligning the Thackerays. सुशांत सिंह राजपूत केस की इन्वेस्टिगेशन वो नहीं करते, गलती हमारी. ड्रग चैट्स निकलते हैं, मुंबई पुलिस देखती नहीं है, गलती हमारी. बीएमसी घर तोड़ती है और एडिक्वेट नोटिस नहीं देती है. द बॉम्बे हाई कोर्ट सेज दिस इज मैलिफाइड एक्शन, बट गलती हमारी. भाई ठाकरेस तो बहुत अच्छे हैं, झंडा लेके हमको सबको कहना चाहिए वो ऐसा नेता हो हमारा जैसा अभी इस वक्त महाराष्ट्र में है. सारी गलतियां तो हमारी हैं शहजाद पूनावाला।
जी Navika, 3 arguments are being forwarded by the people who are saying that we are maligning Thakres. Let me put those 3 arguments. First is by the spin doctor Mr. Raman, who says कि बाकियों ने भी किया है तो इसके ऊपर आपको क्या परेशानी है? That means others have committed murder. Why are you asking about this? Second, by the great Ashutosh, who says this is not election fraud, but it could be tax fraud. Don't malign my Thakres. They have done tax fraud, not election fraud. अरे भाई साहब, you are accusing them of tax fraud. And by the way, election affidavits have to have all the details of all the family members. By the way. Now once, why are you shouting? Why are you shouting? मैं ये लगा दूं आपको, लगा दूं, चुप करके बैठिए, सुनिए थोड़ा सा सुनिए, लगा देना पड़ेगा वरना मुझे पता है दुख हो रहा है, मुझे पता है दर्द हो रहा है. I know you are paining, I know it is paining you, but you have to hear. Facts are good, facts don't hurt. Now please listen. देखिए facts don't hurt. आशुतोष, ये लगाना पड़ेगा आपको. आपके दूसरे साथी आज आए नहीं, आप आए हो. Don't be like Ashutosh number 1. Don't be like Ashutosh number 1. Now keep quiet for 1 minute.
Well, 1 minute, Ashutosh ji. Today you are uncontrollable. आप तो बिल्कुल.
सुन तो लो यार.
1 minute.
Ashutosh number 1 से भी ज्यादा खतरनाक हो. इतना खतरनाक आदमी.
अरे एक ही आर्ग्यूमेंट आप 3 बार कैसे कर सकते? We heard you the first time, sir. कान में हमारे सुनने में प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. 1 second, शहजाद पूनावाला.
ये लगा दूंगा मैं. हाँ, लास्ट पॉइंट बोलना चाहता हूं नोटी तिवारी जी से. नोटी तिवारी जी जो कह रहे राहुल गांधी का आरटीआई ब्लैकमेलिंग का हथियार है. नोटी तिवारी जी, एक छोटा सा नल इधर का उधर हो गया तो कंगना का घर तोड़ डाला, और इलेक्शन एफिडेविट में इतना बड़ा झूठ बोला तो कुछ मत करो. ये ब्लैकमेलर है, ये मलाइन कर रहे हैं. हमारे ठाकरे पर कोई कार्रवाई नहीं होनी चाहिए. अरे उसकी कार्रवाई नहीं की तो इसकी क्यों कर रहे हो? मतलब एक नल इधर का उधर लग गया तो बिल्डिंग तोड़ दी तुमने कंगना की, और यहाँ पे नोटी तिवारी बोल रहे कि हमारे झूठ पर कुछ मत बोलो.
अरे
नोटी तिवारी नोटी नहीं बनना आज बिल्कुल नोटी नहीं बनना. देखो स्कूल मैडम आपको डांट लगाएंगी, नाविका मैडम. ना नोटी बिल्कुल नहीं बनना. नाविका मैडम बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट टीचर है.
एक्टिविस्ट नहीं है, बीजेपी का लीडर है. अरे तुमको खुद मालूम नहीं, तुम तो मेरे लिए
अरे भाई इंफॉर्मेशन पर कार्रवाई तो हो रही है ना, जो भी है वो.
पीछे पड़े थे. अरे तुम चुप बैठो.
नीरज गुंडे कौन है, उससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है? उसकी इंफॉर्मेशन करेक्ट है.
देवेंद्र फडणवीस ने भेजा है. तुमको रीट पिटीशन करनी.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the big poll call. We don't know what the result of the investigation is going to be. But the fact is that this is an investigation which is now in its conclusive stage. And the CBDT is expected to submit a report to the Election Commission in just a few days. The question here is, did the Thakres lie in their affidavits? Father shows figures of 3 crores of investment and 9.5 lakhs of investment and some shares that are through inheritance given to Aditya Thakre. All the details on Aditya Thakre's affidavits don't quite match with his father's. Now, either it can be a simple case of oversight, or it can be that these documents probably went in this way because there was lack of communication between the chartered accountants on both sides. What is it going to be? That is the big story that we'll bring to you as the investigation concludes. What we are being given to understand is that this investigation will throw up results that are going to be surprising. What that is, we don't know. We'll wait and watch, and we'll track this big story right here on the News Hour. Thank you very much to my panelists for joining me on debate number 1, Mahapol Khol. Going across to debate number 2 on the other side.
The News Hour at 9.